Okay, so a very good evening, everyone, and a very good morning to you, Patricia.
Good morning.
The panel here today is going to be talking all about destination weddings. I mean, we're going to get a lot of insight about destination weddings and what's new in the destination weddings industry. We're going to be getting to know from the experts, Mahinder Surf from India and Patricia Wax all the way from Canada. So that's going to be from
Sorry,
Brazil. I am so sorry. From Brazil. I am getting confused with the amount of speakers I've been dealing with. I am so sorry, Patricia.
no problem. I
All
love
the
that.
way from Brazil. So we're going to be knowing what it is and how it is like the destination weddings industry right now. But before I begin, Avishek Das is going to be the moderator of this panel, and I'm going to give a quick intro about Avishek before I hand the stage to you, Avishek. So, Avishek Das, with more than 7 years of experience in events and entertainment, hosting over 600 events and 100 plus wedding shows so far, MC Avishek always pushes his limits to bring out something new, unique, and creative on the table. In social events, the audience enjoys him doing multiple character acts on stage, like Bengali Babu and Simba Pandey. By the way, guys, you would get to get a glimpse of this as well today evening. So stay tuned for what Abhishek has in store for you all. So, having hosted for brands like TVS, Sony, Dell Technologies, CGI, Wells Fargo, Rolls Royce, Titan, Licious, Book My Show Live, etc., makes his presence in the world of corporate events equally strong. A very big welcome to you, Abhishek, and thank you so much for being here. The stage is all
Thank
yours.
you so much. Thank you so much, Shikha, for this wonderful introduction. I welcome each and everybody. A warm welcome to everyone. Shikha, thank you so much for this quick introduction, and I welcome all our panelists here in this panel today as we are going to discuss something very beautiful. But before we start that, are we all good? Are we all okay? Yes, we are already live, and it's good to see all the bright faces in the morning. Patricia, I hope you are having a really good time. Well, before we start off, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, I want to say something to all of you. Well, someone wonderfully quoted that beauty of marriage is not always seen from very beginning. Rather, as love grows, it develops over time. But to make every beginning of marriage, that's the wedding ceremony, is beautiful, we have extremely creative wedding planners here in this panel to make the wedding ceremonies even more dreamy, state of the art. We can think of only one segment which we are going to discuss in this panel. And ladies and gentlemen, there is no prize for guessing it correctly, and that is destination weddings. Yes, to join me in this discussion, we have stalwarts coming to this panel. Let's welcome our first panelist. He has been to into planning and managing destination weddings for around 3 decades now. He has curated destination weddings for more than 18 exotic locations all around the globe. He has been known for his super classy decor, amazing management, a super enthusiastic team as well, and known as the king of destination weddings. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Mahendra Gangadhar, Managing Director, Nefertiti Weddings, India. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you
warm
so much.
welcome
Thank
to
you so much.
Esposal Online. Before we take this discussion further, just want to know how are you feeling today? How you're feeling about Esposal Online?
Super. I think it's something I was looking forward to, and I was just took off. I think I'm there on it. It just took off. It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Amazing, sir. Great to hear that from you. Inviting our next panelist on this forum, ladies and gentlemen, with 14 plus years of experience in events and experiential industry, with nearly 8 years of experience as a wedding decorator seems little close to the strength of this name, Patricia Watts. With no less than 100 plus weddings on the curriculum and on an average of 50 plus events per year, Patricia builds a stellar career based on exclusive, impactful, and creative projects. Not by chance, but Patricia Vex is one of the most celebrated decorators in the country. Joining us directly from Rio de Janeiro, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Patricia Vex. Welcome, Patricia.
Thank you.
Round of
Hi.
applause.
Thank you so much. It's an honor for me to be here, talk with you, and talking about destination weddings. It's something that I love to do. I love to visit new places and new challenges for us to work in different countries and everything. So I'm here to talk about everything you want to know about destination weddings. Thank you so much for the
Absolutely,
invitation.
absolutely, Patricia. We are looking forward to this discussion, but also I want to wish from the entire country, from all the people who are watching, very good morning to you. You woke up really early
Thank
today.
you.
Get ready for this discussion, and I'm sure that will be worth it for having this beautiful discussion that we are going to have. Well, firstly, to start off with, you both have been into the industry for more than a decade. Just want to understand for this during this process of managing events all over the globe, how has the landscape of destination wedding changed in last 10 years? Mahinder sir, if you have to start the discussion from you.
The change is tremendous. I mean, I've seen the change over the years to what I am today, crossing 30 years. I've seen the change last 10 years. Last 10 years has been something more classy, more like more demanding. The change of landscaping, the change of the entire scenario is being more demanding. People are looking out for destination, be it in India, be it out of India. People are looking for destination weddings. Now, you talk about destination weddings, it's a castle, or beach, a cruise, an island. It's a destination. Just out. That's where you have. And you won't believe the kind of response you get. It's amazing. Everybody, every girl comes to me, every bride comes to me and says, I want destination wedding, but where? On a beach. Well, the beach is the most favorite one. Okay, so there is a chance of every individual turning the 500 to 800 people wedding into intimate wedding of 100, 200, 250 people into a destination wedding. So there has been a change. And I think that's the trend today. That's the trend today, and that's the most happening trend.
Absolutely, and I agree to this. That's the most happening trend, not only in India but across the globe. Patricia,
Absolutely. Yeah.
what's your take on this? How have you seen the changes happening across the landscape of destination wedding in over, say, about 10 years?
Yes, I think when a bride chooses a destination wedding, she chooses to have like a different experience from what she knows or from places to visit. So I think now with the internet and everything, they can choose like places they didn't even know it exists about 10 years ago. So every time like we have like new places like to go that it's like famous to have weddings and beaches. It's also the favorite here in Brazil. So now we have like a beach that 10 years ago I never heard about it. And now it's famous for weddings. So I think we need to be like in constant evolution and we need to know the new places and everything because here we can discover like some beaches and different, they are very empty and very good for weddings. So every time it's changing.
With time that has been changing, beach weddings have been a great trend as we have seen for last say 10 years, and more of destination weddings are being promoted, being trendy all across the globe. But when we think of a destination wedding, look, to tell you very honestly, that one word which automatically comes to our minds, that is luxury. Is the destination wedding a luxury for the families? What do you think, Patricia? We'll start with you.
Oh yes, it's a luxury. It's not for everyone uh, because the family they spend a lot of money when they plan a wedding in a destination and not in a destination, but they need the guest to also expend money. So it's not everybody that can have this, and I think it's like a very good experience because it's not only the wedding, it's like the whole trip. So you can stay with your guests like for a lot of days and then the day before and the day after. So it's a luxury. It's very unique and it's a very unique way like to celebrate.
Yes, definitely. This is one line that I'm going to take it from what your comments are. That it's going to be one experience. Now, when we talk about the experience, it can be as luxurious as you want it to be, and definitely spending with your family and friends for 4 5 days or 3 days on a good location. Definitely, it will not be for everybody as you have mentioned. But what is your take, Mahendra sir? What is the trend in India that you have been say observing for a long time?
Every destination wedding is a wedding to remember. A
Right.
destination is a place by choice of the kind of location you choose. That's a destination. In India, you see the destinations like Rajasthan, Kerala, Karnataka, Goa. Goa, the most, the most identified place is a destination where we have almost like every second day we have 3 weddings to 6 weddings to 10 weddings a day, and all the resorts are full. So that's a destination. Jaipur, Rajasthan, the entire place. You look at these are destinations which are something to talk about, and a wedding in these kind of destinations is something to remember. And the brides and the families look forward for these kind of destinations to celebrate the only day of the life. That's where happiness starts. Big happiness begins there.
Well, this leads to another question. When I'm thinking of from the other side of the story, when I'm thinking of from the bride and groom side, there's another question which is popping up on my head. That is, uh, what are the elements to be considered? For example, if a bride and groom is just about to plan their weddings, just about to start planning, say maybe a year ahead or maybe sometime sooner, what are the elements that one should definitely keep in their mind for a destination wedding? Patricia, what do you want to say about it?
First, they need to know what kind of. I think when they choose like a destination, they choose the view that's going to be behind them on the wedding ceremony, because this is what they are going to remember. So, plus they need to choose like the landscaping. If they want a beach view, or if they go want to go to the mountains, usually here in Brazil, they want something that we don't have here, because we have like very beautiful beaches here in Brazil. It's a very big country, so we have like a lot of options. So when they choose like a destination away from Brazil, they choose some sceneries in Europe, something like a different experience, but what we can have like here in the country. So first, they need to know they are going to be married like in another culture. It's not their culture, so they need to go into this culture, and they can like take like to expect like a Brazilian wedding in Italy. They need to have like an Italy experience, so an Italian experience. So they need to know they're going to enter like in another country, in another culture. So they need to be open for all the stuff, and also to be ready, because usually destination weddings, they want to have like an outside ceremony. So they need to be ready, because they can have like a beautiful day, sunny day, and they can also have like a rainy day. So they need to be ready that they are going to get married no matter what, and they need to like to have a very good research about the place that they are choosing, because this is going to be forever, so it's a one-time experience.
Definitely, it's one-time experience, and as you said rightly, they need to be ready. May it be a sunny day or a rainy day, so they need to keep both the options on: a wedding gown and a raincoat, if I'm not wrong, to be ready. Okay, all right. Jokes apart, but I wanted to ask Mr. Mahinder sir, what do you think that before this COVID era, there were multiple exotic locations where we have been conducting weddings across the globe, not only in India but outside India as well. But the COVID, what it has done to us, there are many perceptions changed around us. What is, as per your opinion, that has changed about the meaning of destination weddings? What do you think about it?
The COVID has grounded the entire industry,
Absolutely.
and it is like I can say the industry is almost like homeless. Like the millions of people across the globe were being homeless and affected with this COVID. And it's just not the wedding planners or wedding consultants, the entire industry is affected. There's so much of networking of people connected with the industry. And imagine the few million people who are homeless, and they're still struggling to revive.
Yeah.
So the mindset of destination weddings is not there at the moment, because people are not really worried about the destination. People are worried about themselves now. Is this safe? The mindset is this safe? Until and unless you get a vaccine or you get some kind of remedy, and then you have the international flights coming, and these flights operate, and then the government gives you assurance that things are okay. But that's going to take some time, and I think it's going to take off from Jan onwards. So it has left a very, very bad scar on everyone's mind. The COVID has left a very bad scar on everybody's mind, and people are skeptical about traveling. I know a lot of my weddings, which the clients say, okay, let's take a flight, let's take an entire flight, the aircraft, which has got 180 people, let's multiply it with so many people and then take them to a destination so that people are not affected. We go together and come back together. I mean, that's what people are looking at today. If not, the COVID has brought everybody homeless in a bad
Unfortunately,
state, very bad state.
unfortunate, but definitely things will shape up. That's all we are hoping for, and things are moving digital. And there's been a lot of discussion over this. But keeping the COVID factor aside, Patricia, this is for you. That do you think the meaning of destination wedding has changed gradually over your tenure of experience? What are your opinions on this?
About change it now or from all the 10 years? Sorry,
Maybe your entire tenure of experience since when you started working until now. What is the meaning of destination wedding that has changed, keeping the COVID factor aside?
I think it changed a lot because now more than ever people are expecting like to have like an experience with their guests, so they want something like to be very very special. So I think like when you have like a destination, it's something that you're going to remember for the rest of your time here. So I think it's something like a very unique. It's something that people are going to visit, like a place they have never been before, and they are going to remember at that place of that couple of that wedding. So I think at maybe 10 years ago, I couldn't remember of a destination. I and now people are they are willing like to explore new things, and I think it's something that's arrived to stay. So I think whenever it's possible for people like to travel, now we are. I don't know when we are going to have a destination. I have one in November in a beach here in Brazil, but it's like the only one that stayed. All others they have been postponed. So, but I think whenever it's able to travel, I think they're going to come back with power.
Absolutely, more power when it will be coming back. But bounce back is what is expected by all the stalwarts like you and everybody in the industry. Well, before we go to the next question, it is one quick note for everybody, those who are watching us live. You can keep your questions also ready, and you can put it on the comments box where we can take few questions from them if the time permits, and put it to our panelists today to know to get the answers of your question. With this, Patricia, the point is that you have lastly said, and Mahendra said the point that you have said about COVID or non-COVID, whatever be the situation. But what are the rules that a wedding planner or a consultant can, add value to a destination wedding? What are how does the role of wedding planner consultant add some value to a destination wedding? Mahendra, say, what do you think? Uh, what can it be? The values, how
The
this role.
value, the value of a wedding planner, the wedding consultant, a wedding manager, he's basically the captain of the ship. The captain of the ship, he takes the entire responsibility and makes sure the sailing is smooth. So all the entire trouble is taken by the wedding manager or the wedding consultant or wedding planner. He makes sure that all details are done. He makes sure that everything is put intact to make sure that the couple has a dream wedding and perfect dream wedding.
Amazing, amazing. So, what you mean to say that the wedding planner or the consultant, the manager, leads the entire ship as a captain in the
Absolutely,
entire planning
absolutely,
and makes
absolutely.
everything seamless. That's the most valued role of a wedding planner. Patricia, what do you think about it? How does the role of wedding planner or consultant add some value to a destination wedding?
Yes, I can talk about the design because I only do the designs. I'm a designer and not a wedding planner. So I work together with a wedding planner, but I need to make sure that they're going to have like a best experience of their life. So on the best day of their life. So we need to make sure that everything is going to happen as perfect. We don't have like time to fix anything, so everything needs to work. So our job is like very, very important. We have like the most important day of their lives in our hands, and we need to make sure that everything is going to happen and perfect at the time. So we have like a very big, important mission in our hands.
Definitely. So, with this, I have got a very interesting question for you. I mean, which will be extremely notable for many of us who are watching this live. When you say you design a wedding or the decoration, what are the key factors you generally keep in your mind when you design something? It's a very basic question. I'm sure many of the viewers are already knowing this, but having some words from you would be really great for everybody, those who are watching.
Usually, like we need to choose the places that are more important for the bride and groom. So we are going to invest in these places. If it's going to be like the ceremony, or maybe we have like here in Brazil, it's very famous. Like we have like the dessert tables. They're very huge and very beautiful with a lot of flowers that are usually in the entrance of the party, or also the dance floor and the bar. So we need to choose which place is going to have like a big investment in decoration, because I like to make like big installments and everything, and we can't do in the whole place. So we need to choose these places that are going to have like a big wow when people enter the, the venue.
So these are the factors you definitely consider. Okay, this can be noted down if you're watching this and taking some pointers from the experts. Now, I'm coming back to Mahinder sir. I want to hear from you. What is your suggestion? There are many families, there are many, say, weddings which happens in a way that they have a consultation with one expert. They get the entire planning and curation done, and then they go to the destination and get some local vendors, get it some by some local partner, they get it done. So what is your suggestion to all of the new couples or those who are willing to get married? What is your suggestion if they should opt for a local planner or travel with the consultant they are consulting for?
I mean, there are two ways you look at it. Two ways you look at it. One is the comfort level of a local wedding planner that is like me. Okay, the family is connected with him for decades. Over the years, I've done so many weddings. The comfort level is there. Yeah, Mahindra is there. He takes care of that. Okay, yes, Mahindra does that with the help of a local planner. Any country you go, you need to have a local planner. You need to have a local assistant. Without that, is difficult. Language is a
Right.
barrier. Language is a major barrier, and then to get sourcing of materials, to get sourcing of manpower is very difficult if you don't know the language. So a local planner is compulsory. But we as planners go with along with the family to make sure everything is comfortable and more principled, more detailed, and to make sure it's the comfort. Oh, Mahindra is there. There's nothing to worry. When they have their own planner, is safety. After all, he's from the same city. He can't run away. He can't run away. He can't do anything, something against our principles, against our detailing. But then once again, what happens to a local planner? You go, then a question of doubt arises. Will he deliver? Will he deliver for the cost what we are paying? Will he deliver is a major thing. Until and unless you have assurance that that guy, the very little local planner, is good enough to execute it.
Absolutely. So here, two factors. What I want to underline is the trust and the comfort that
Absolutely.
with many years of working in the industry, we
Absolutely.
develop with the clients. And secondly, the delivery. If that is awesome, if you are sure
Exactly.
about the
Exactly.
planner or the consultant, there is nothing to worry about.
Because the
Well,
client really don't have to worry. The client, if you're there, if the local planner is there, there's a question of worry. But then if you travel along with them, there's absolutely no worry. They've been seeing you like, okay,
what
our
I
planner is
understand
there. Yeah.
that that point of worry, the point of concern, you take upon your
Yes.
shoulder and run the show on yourself, where the families go there and enjoy themselves with the entire say ceremony which is happening. So
That's a destination wedding. That's a destination wedding.
that's the destination waiting for everybody. Those who are watching this,
Yeah.
ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, with this, I'm going to take another
It's only the
question.
comfort level, just a basic comfort level with your planner.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now, with this another experience based question, which is coming to my mind, that how to get the best local experience when you're traveling to one exotic destination for a wedding celebration. So when we go to a destination, when we have a beautiful ceremony, at times it may happen that some local flavor is missed, but we are there. We should be experiencing this. So how to get that best experience come with the local flavor. Over to you, Mahendra sir.
Okay, now we're looking at Asia. So what we do, if you do something in Singapore, Malaysia, or Thailand, you do in Bali, we do the first night as the Balinese night or the Malaysian night, or do the Singaporean night, or do the Thai night. So basically, we get culture, and it's very sweet and very kind of the tourism department to help us with that. They give you the culture, the culture. They promote the particular country with the tourism. They come, we have dancers, musicians who come and showcase the entire culture, what it is. And then along with that, we have the particular cuisine. If it's a Thai cuisine, a Malaysia, a Malay cuisine, a Balinese night, then we have the decor, the cuisine, the entire thing comes. And that's the first day is a feel of the culture, the feel of the culture from the
Wow.
particular country. That's how it is.
Amazing, amazing. So this is from the event management perspective, or say wedding planning perspective. But from the decor perspective, if I have to ask you the same question, Patricia, how to get the best local experience for the destination wedding celebration which is happening, sir?
Yes, we need to go into the culture of the place and get stuff from there. We need to use like the local flowers and different stuff that we have there that you don't have like in your country. And also you need to look from the local vendors to see what kind of work you can get from them, and maybe some artwork that are different. So I want they have to get a local experience. They don't go away from Brazil to go to the other place and get like everything that they have like in Brazil. They need to receive new stuff and new kind of work and new kind of materials and everything. So usually I go into the culture of that place and see what can I use and different things and everything to have like a different experience.
Amazing, amazing. It's really, I'm really feeling happy to hear all these, opinions and your thought processes that are coming across the table. What I would like to know from both of you, one after another. See, when we are from the audience perspective, I'm saying from the family's perspective, I'm asking that when they're planning for a destination wedding, what should be one tentative checklist, that these are the items that I should check with the event planner or the wedding planner, or ourselves when we are planning for a destination wedding. I'll be starting with Mahendra sir, then I'll be moving to Patricia for this. So over to you, sir.
Okay, the most important thing when you make a checklist for a destination wedding, first comes the destination. What location are you looking at? Then comes what budgets are we looking at? Then comes what is the strength of your guests. The three combined together gives you an overall experience. Your location, the kind of budgets, and the kind of guests. Now, the kind of location we give you, if you're looking at the Far East, Middle East, you're looking at the Caribbean, you're looking at Morocco, you're looking at any other place, there is cost of a budget. There is a budget for it. Now, we identify with the couple or the families what kind of budgets. So, based on the budgets, what we identify five locations for the people for the couple to do a recce. Based on that, the preference, which preference is most suitable for them, and the kind of months. Like you see, if you see an Indian wedding to happen in the European country in the months of Jan, Feb, March is difficult. It's very cold, and we're
So
Indians we are used to that. But then you see, past April and May is much better and warmer. But then that's the peak season. But then the costs are high. So it all depends upon what is the strength. Then goes what is the strength of the guests who are coming into that. So the location makes a very important plays a very important part in a family. That because based on that is the budgeting for how many guests are coming into that. So these three are things are very important for us to do a destination wedding. Once that's identified, then sourcing local vendors, so the suppliers gets very easy for us.
So that's something we have to have in our mind. The first thing first on the checklist is the venues, the location where
Yeah.
somebody wants to do it, what kind of theme they want to add on to that location as per your suggestions, maybe, and then the ever checklist will start get created.
Yeah.
So definitely keeping the budget factor in mind, but from the entire say perspective of the checklist, when it comes to a wedding decorator who creates the beautiful setups there for each and every events which happens. Patricia, what are the checklists that you at times follow? Okay, what are the things that I have to do once I do a recce and then we start creating the theme? How do you? What is your process?
They are almost the same. First one, location. I think for everything, location, location, location. Destination. I think it's all about location. And second one, the budget is very, very much for the decoration because it's usually like the most expensive item of the checklist, and it's where like people go, oh my god, it's gonna cost all of these. Do we need like all of these flowers? Do we need all of these candles? So the budget is always a lot of meetings to discuss everything. So I think the location, the budget, and also the size of the wedding. If we're going like to have like an allotment wedding only for the bride and groom and parents, or if we're going to have like a 500 guests. So we need to know the size and what type of event we're going to have. It's going to be like a brunch or a dinner. It's going to be like a whole day party. How many hours of event? So we can start like planning.
Right. So for you, I have a question, Patricia, from the audience. When somebody asks, name Amunai asking, Patricia, share with us something interesting that you have designed from local vendors for a wedding. So if something that you have done recently with taking at some exotic location, taking some local vendor partners and design something interesting, a story that you want to share with all our viewers.
So now I'm working in a destination that is going to be in a beach called Milagres. Milagres is like a miracle in English, no, in Portuguese. So I'm looking from some local vendors and artisans. So they're building for me a lot of stuff that I'm going to use in my decoration. They're going like some big lamps, and also they're cutting like different kind of wood tables for the dessert. So I'm looking forward to use all of their materials. So because it's something that we don't have here in Rio de Janeiro, and all the guests they are going from Rio, so they're going like to know to see new things. I want like when we plan a wedding, for me it's almost like an art exposition. I want them to enter like in a museum and see new stuff and have like a different perspective from of the party of the world. So I want them to go away like better than when they enter the party.
Wow, wow, wow. That is something really notable for most of the viewers, those who are watching. They can definitely understand what kind of brain, storming, what kind of thinking, what our creative thinking process goes into in creating something which we can call a masterpiece. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with this, I'm going to ask a few more questions before we go completely to the audience. Questions, if any. I want to ask Mahendra sir, if say many of the new event planners are watching our show, if many of these new wedding planners are watching our show, what can be their guideline to start the journey in destination wedding planning?
They need to be 100% passionate about the kind of profession they choose. They need to give in 100% to that. And they can look at growing 25 years or 30 years. They need to be, they need to have a very clear conscience, and not to cheat themselves. That is honesty. These two things will carry them along. But they'll have to also start with some kind of an institution, event management company where they get trained and they, from there, learn as an intern and then start.
Okay.
So it's a long way, but like I said, you need to be passionate, you need to be honest with yourself. Because today, everybody is very commercialized. They want to learn for 2 months and then they think they're master of all, and they think they can do a game changer. Is very difficult. So you
All
need to
right.
be
So
very passionate.
Mahendra says tip to all the new wedding planners, those who are into the wedding planning industry and just started maybe a couple of years down the line. Be passionate, give your 100% and more, and try to learn with a process, and then gradually start the destination wedding. Do not try to be a game changer right at the beginning. Slowly and gradually Be consistent. That's the key. I hope that's a beautiful insight. I'm sure many of them are noting it down already. Patricia, this is for you. On a similar line, if somebody is here having an extremely creative mind and artistic frame of thoughts, but at the same time having not much of experience in the wedding industry and wedding creations of decorations, what will be your key pointers to that person? What will be your say thoughts to that person to start off as a better creator of wedding decorations?
I think they need to enter like with a lot of passion and put their passion into their work. So they need to come with a different view, something that doesn't exist already, like in the market. They can enter wanting to do things that another professionals they're already doing. They need to come with a fresh perspective. With I think there's place for everyone that it's good. They are going to like they want to have like a great work. So they need to put like their I don't know. I'm trying to get some words to explain this, but I think they need to come with something fresh from a different way of vision, a different way of vision for the parties, and they're going to have their place in the market.
Amazing, amazing. I'm sure many of you have been writing these pointers. If not, please do so. I have a final question to ask to both of you before we close the panel discussion today with your closing comments. But this is one question which I wanted to ask both of you before we thought of and framed anything in my mind. Which are the hottest destinations for the upcoming season? So, from you both are from different part of the globe. You both are from different, completely different segment of the globe, where you both have been working in different continents put together. Maybe few of the common places as well, but from both of your perspective, this is very important to know for the entire industry. What would be the hottest destination for upcoming seasons in, say, 2021, 22, and 23, for example, to look up to? So we'll start with Mahendra sir, with you.
Okay, that's a nice question. Okay, because last 8 months I had no work. Okay, so we imagine.
We all were in the same boat.
I bet Patricia too. Okay, I would suggest at least my favorite destination is Thailand. We have almost every day there's a wedding in Thailand.
Wow.
Every day, 365 days, you have Indian weddings. And when I say weddings, it's Indian weddings. The entire country is of Indian weddings. So that is like 365 days. You have almost every day or every second day you have a wedding. And all resorts, the Indian friendly resorts are all packed. Look at Pattaya, look at Bangkok, look at Hawaiian, look at Chiang Mai, look at Phuket, Krabi, Koh Samui, look at these places, they're all packed.
Wow.
Thailand is the most favorite destination and will always remain the favorite destination. It cannot change because Thailand was the first one to jump into destinations and it will always remain. Then comes, if you go down Middle East, Dubai. Dubai is another favorite place to do weddings. So you look at Thailand and Dubai as the faster because the only advantage is the tourism boards are promoting them. They're making
Right.
sure the tourism boards making sure and that the mindset of every individual traveling to this place is going to be very, very clear that yes, my country is safe. You can come into it.
Wow.
Unlike the other countries which are restricting Indians to travel. So Thailand as well as Dubai is very open to individuals coming across to do the weddings. So these are the favorite places if you're looking at this. Yes, of course, there are a lot of other places, but I'm telling you on a more commercialized thing where it's the like almost every day or every second day you have Indian weddings happening in these two places.
Amazing. So, Dubai and Thailand are the places where Mahendra is going to definitely suggest these two places to his upcoming clients for the near future. What about you, Patricia? When we talk about your favorite destinations to plan a wedding, what it would be for the following seasons of wedding?
I would love to make a wedding in Thailand. I love
Ah,
another
please
culture,
come over.
but
Please
it's
come over.
very, very far from Brazil. I think for the next year, we are going to explore all the places here inside the country in Brazil because I think it's going to be like the safest place for everyone to travel. It's short time flight. So I think first we are going to explore all the places inside the country and outside. Here, Brazilians they love to go to the beach destinations like the summer, Europe summer. So in Greece, Croatia, and also Italy, and also Portugal, Spain. So these are like the hottest destinations for the Brazilian people.
Wow. So entire Europe that you are going to conquer. Wish you all the very best, Patricia, for this. And definitely there can be, as in many of the other interviews, we have been hearing the phrase that collaboration is the key. Definitely we can
Yes,
expect a collaboration between Mahinder sir and Patricia for
yep.
doing a wedding on in Thailand. What do you say?
Yes,
Right. Yeah,
I'm
but go for it. Go for it.
Let's go for it. Well, well, well. Thank you very much for your well insight, deep insights to the world of destination wedding. Thank you so much for doing this. With this, I am Abhishek. I have been hosting, and I hope you all enjoyed. I really enjoyed the entire discussion. But before we close down, before Shikha takes over, a closure comment from both of you. Let's start with Patricia. What will be your closure comment after this entire panel discussion?
Oh, thank you so much for inviting me. It's for me like a pleasure to be here speaking for an Indian audience. It's so great now that we can share our work like with the whole world. It's very easy now for us to be collaboration with everything. So I'm here, and I wish the weddings come back soon. I have a small wedding next week, a very small one. So, but I'm hoping to do the small, the medium, the big weddings very soon for everybody to be celebrating and getting married. So for me, it's an honor to be here with you. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you, Patricia. Over to you, Melissa. What are your closing comments after this destination wedding panel discussion?
As persons work very hard to bring this one vision, one stage with so many people around. I really appreciate what they've really worked so hard to bring in all the people together in one platform. Hats off to them. Hats off to them. If not, I wouldn't be seeing Patricia. I wouldn't be seeing you. I wouldn't be seeing the other people across. Hats off to them. Great job. And I only hope they come back again, more, not only virtual, but more on public, more on person.
Right.
All the best. All the best to them.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And with this, it's time for a quick picture. Everybody smile.
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much. With
It's a
this is
pleasure.
Abhishek. I would like to hand it over to Shikha. Thank you very much for the opportunity to entire team of Zero In and Espousal Online. This is the world's first ever and biggest online wedding expo. Thank you, Shikha.
Thank you so much, Abhishek, for moderating this panel so well. And thank you, Mahinder sir and Patricia. It was an honor to have you, and definitely really, really insightful in getting to know, well, the last bit where we heard about collaboration. I mean, definitely looking forward to that. I hope something of that sort works out. Patricia, hoping to see you in India sometime soon. Uh,
Sure. Everyone.
Or maybe I would go to Brazil. Maybe I would go to
Sure.
Brazil
You're
instead.
welcome to come. So please.
You never say no. Maybe you don't know.
well, yes, that's true. Here you would be going, sir. Here, if Patricia comes to India, we all get to meet her.
I know.
Of course.
So yes,
That's
thank you
where
so
this,
much.
yeah,
Thank you so much for being
such a
on board
pleasure.
Espousal. It was an
Such
honor
a
to have
pleasure.
you all.
Such a
Hoping to see
pleasure
you guys
too.
soon.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
you.